Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, and I share the Bible that is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. It is a few days into the new year. Actually, literally, it's January the 5th. So I want to say to you, if I haven't said it already, Happy New Year, Happy 2023. I hope that you are off to an amazing start. But if you are not, do not beat yourself up because, to be honest with you, the way I have begun viewing life is that you can start officially something over or starting something for the better or starting anew on January the 1st, which in the United States is what we view as the official new year. But there are so many countries, religions, ideologies, and all of those different things like that that don't even celebrate New Year's when we do. But if you look at each and every day as a new start, then every day can be a new year, to be honest with you. So I just thought I would start off by saying that because the cliche New Year's resolutions and all of those different types of things like that, a lot of people get stuck on those things and they may try, but they fail. And in order to start new habits, it really takes a certain amount of time that you have to be consistent at it and doing it in order for it to become a habit. So it should become a habit and a lifestyle, not just something that you're trying to do for the sake of just telling somebody you did it or whatever. I went through the 75 Hard Challenge in 2022. I started it officially on October the 1st, but honestly, the week prior to that, I started practicing with the 75 Hard Challenge. And with that challenge, you had to do a 45-minute indoor workout and a 45-minute outdoor workout. You had to drink a certain amount of water each day. You had to eat clean, whatever your definition of eating clean is, or sticking to some certain type of diet. You had to take a selfie every day. And mainly, either before or after you've worked out, taking a selfie, not just, taking a cutesy selfie. And you had to read for 10 minutes a day of a nonfiction book. And when I first heard about the challenge years ago, I said, "Oh, that's a cute idea, but I'm not going to do it." But I decided to do it, and I'm glad that I did. And I went through the challenge, going through challenges because life is challenging. We go through things in life, and I mean, my life for the past several years, there's just been a number of challenges that I have experienced, but I can say that I have gone through them. So going through the 75 Hard Challenge while going through life's challenges was not the easiest thing to do, but I did it to really help to instill some more discipline in my life because in order to really see success in your life, there has to be some sense of discipline. And being 14 years in as a business owner, to let you guys know who are not subscribed to the channel yet, and if you are not subscribed, please, what are you waiting for? Go ahead right now, hit that subscribe, and hit the like button too. While you're hitting buttons, you might as well do that as well, and just stick around for more to come. I went into the challenge to get more discipline, and being a business owner of 14 years, I'm a licensed esthetician. I own a beauty business. I created a skincare line in 2017. I am doing more things with that now. To find out more about the skincare line, you can go to the links in the description box, and to find out more about me, you can go to my website, which is also linked in the description box as well. I am working on some other things, and I need that sense of discipline in my life. I'm doing some different things in my brick and mortar business. I'm doing some different things online. And even though I'm going to experience life, being the wife of someone who has PTSD, and myself, I can say by proxy, I have been experiencing PTSD as well. It has really been a challenging time. And those are just a few things. I'm not going into everything that I have been experiencing in my life, but I said, you know what? I think this is something that's really going to help me to instill even more discipline in my life. I know as a business owner, discipline is extremely important. So I went through the challenge, and there's some things that I went through in the challenge of the 75 hard challenge that I will continue to keep as a daily thing in my life. Like, I love reading, but I can honestly say I wasn't making reading intentional like I did in the challenge, because I would often feel like I didn't have enough time to really put in to read the way that I would really want to take in the information. Because for myself, I find that I have to read something several times in order for it to really be instilled and remembered. And so going through the challenge, I actually did that. There were several things that I read over and over again, and it really did help me. So I didn't feel pressed to read a book in 2 days, or something crazy like that, because there are some challenges that do that. And it's cool if you do that, but unless you have a really high memory, who can really take in all of the information that they read in a 300-page book? It just doesn't make any sense. And so I will be keeping some things in my life as a daily part of my lifestyle that I went through in the challenge. So I wanted to do this vlog and just talk about some things that I plan on doing this year. And one of the main things, as you see, I'm in my bathrobe, which I do a lot of my videos in my bathrobe, so that's not really new. In my bathrobe, and I'm in my bed right now. One of the things that is really hard for me to do, that I am going to do more of this year, is resting. Resting is so important, but because I have so many things that are pressing in my business, and sometimes I feel like so many different irons in the fire, I really feel like I can't rest, but I have to do that. And I cannot allow the hustle and the bustle of life and business and success and strives for more and all those different things to cause me to break down. I was involved in a car accident in 2021. I went through physical therapy and chiropractic care for that. And to be honest with you, I pressed myself to get out of it. So I didn't stay as long as I should. And one of the reasons was because the place that I was referred to for care was really not convenient for me location wise, and I needed to go there twice a week. So I said, yeah, about, I don't know, maybe after 4 months or so, I said, yeah, I'm good, when I honestly really wasn't. And so over time, I've gotten progressively worse. My neck, my left shoulder, my right elbow. I'm going to do a separate video just talking about the car accident, because I didn't do that. But it's been a struggle sleeping at night, and also doing the type of work that I do when I do work with clients. So I've had to cut back on working with clients as much as I was doing previous, and allowing team members that work in my business to see some of those clients that I have been used to seeing. And that was hard for me to do as well, because it was like, I don't want anyone to feel like I don't think they're important enough for me to see them because I'm the owner and you are just the clients. Like, it wasn't about that. It was just, I have to change some things up and do some things differently. So I'm doing that this year. Planning my day. And this is the Smart Life Push Journal. This is actually something, I got these as gifts from Shalene Johnson, and I'll probably, I think I'll do a vlog about that as well, and talk about that. So I won't go into that. I don't want to make this a very long video, but these are really good planners. So planning my day, and as a Virgo who deals with the perfectionism issues, I'm not pressed and beating myself up if I plan something and I didn't get it accomplished that day. If it didn't get done that day, I'll move it to the next day. And that is a part of the resting feature that I'm trying to be more about this year. Not stressing myself out about the things that I needed to do or get done. And that was a challenge for me a couple of days ago. If you guys don't know, I've moved one of my business locations to another space. My team member, who's been with me for over 10 years, she's, kind of taking over. And so we're into another space. It's a larger space. It's very nice. Had some work done in there. Again, I'll do a separate vlog about that. And I'm really happy about that. But that was a lot of work. We moved the full move was done the day after Christmas, and it was freezing that day. So in my mind, this superwoman thing was going on, thinking, oh, we'll get everything moved that day and everything will be set up. And even to the photos being hung on the wall. That was crazy, right? But as long as we were moved in and my team members who work in that location are able to work and see the clients, and that's all that really mattered. That all of the signs weren't up on the building yet because the permits weren't approved yet by the town to get that work done, and that was just like, okay, fine, whatever. It's good. It'll be fine. I didn't stress about it, and then we had a few things going on the other day that were unexpected, but even though things didn't go perfectly, everything worked out. So that's another feature of resting, not getting so stressed about the situation, and everything will work out. Just rest, take deep breaths, literally meditate if you need to, definitely pray, and all will be well. And that's definitely one of the things that I've been doing, okay? So resting more, planning my day. I'm going to be doing blogs. And when I say blogs, I have a blog website that I actually created years ago. It's called the Bible Journey Blog. As you know, as the Minister of Beauty, I share the Bible, and that stands for business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. And for years, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with the blog. I knew that I created it for a purpose, but I didn't really know for what. I've had some of my content from the YouTube channel placed on the blog website, but I have some friends. We do a prayer group every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I've been consistent in that for the past couple of years, and that has truly been a blessing for me. And I said, you know what? I want to have a separate place where I can just encourage people through things that I've learned through scriptures or in prayer and whatnot. But I don't think I really want to do that on YouTube or on Instagram or, on social media, because I don't own those places. My website, I own that. And so that is a place where I feel like I can be more comfortable in sharing things like that. Not saying that I can't talk about those things on social media. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that, and it's not about other people, but I find that there are a lot of people who use God as a grift, and it really is annoying, but it's something that is just really frustrating for me. And I don't want to do that. I don't make any money with my blog. So I feel that that's a space where if people really want to hear what I have to say or get encouraged through the word, they can go to the actual website, go to my actual blog, go to the place that I own, and I'm not using it to monetize it or to make money. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm probably going to do either weekly or bi-weekly blogs on the Bible Journey blog website, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So that's something else that I'm going to be doing more of this year. And something else is I'm going to try my best to do something for me once a week that is going to help to either make me feel better, help me maybe look better, and just serve in a way to really just make time for me. And I don't think that there's anything selfish about that, but when you're a business owner, you're a mother. I'm not a mother of any little children. I have one grown child, but he's still my child, and he sometimes needs support, needs help, needs encouragement, needs whatever. I'm still his mom, whether I'm 85 and he's 70, I don't know. Because I had him when I was 15 years old, a week before my 16th birthday. I'm still a mom. I'm a wife, and a wife to someone that has been dealing with PTSD. Life is hard. So I have to be able to do things for myself that are going to help me to feel better. And adding that, another thing that I'm doing more of this year is therapy. I started therapy online. I actually was going through the BetterHelp, and I'll put a link in the description box for that if you want to check it out. It really is a great way to get therapy in the privacy of your own comfort zone via video chat. And you choose your therapist, they link you up with people, they give you suggestions, you can choose the person that works for you. The reason I stopped at one point last year was because this is another thing that I'm getting rid of this year. Yes, I will continue to consider other people and think about other people, but one of the things that I have been guilty of is caring about people so much to the point where it is a detriment to me, and it winds up hurting me. And the therapist that I was seeing, she was helpful. I liked her, nothing personal, but her availability didn't work for me. And there were a number of times where I had sessions scheduled where I really felt like I needed it at that time, and she would cancel at the last minute. Oh, I've got this going on. Oh, my kids are out of school. Oh, I've got COVID. Not saying that that's her fault, but just saying it was a lot of cancellations at the last minute, and it was annoying for me. And so I didn't cancel her or switch to another therapist immediately because I was considering her. I was thinking about, I don't want her to get offended that I stopped working with her. So I was thinking about her more than I was thinking about myself. And so in December, I started saying, I want to get back into therapy, but I'm not going to go back to the same person. So I signed back up, got in with someone else. I looked over all of the options, choose the one that worked for me. And I had my first session with this person on New Year's Eve, and it was very helpful. And I'm really looking forward to doing more of that this year. Excuse me, with the therapy. And going back to what I said when I interjected about something I'm going to be doing less of this year, and looking out for other people more than I'm looking out for myself, is not allowing people to put me in a place where I am being taken advantage of. So I was tested by that. Actually, on New Year's Eve, I had some furniture being put together at my business location that we moved into. And this handyman, didn't know him personally. He wasn't anyone I knew, someone I hired through an app, okay? He did some work before, and he was supposed to come back to finish some other things. And he sent me this long text message, pretty much giving me a sob story about something that came up that was an emergency, and he wasn't going to be able to make it, but he promises he'll make it tomorrow if I would be so kind as to prepay him for the work. He would give me a $100 discount. And immediately I was offended, but then the part of me that has been a sucker for helping people in the past was considering possibly doing that, because not because I was feeling sorry for him, but because he had already done some work before. So I'm thinking, well, he already did some of the work, so I'll take him at his word. He'll show up and finish the rest. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. That part of me said, nope, don't do it. This is a test for you. Stand your ground. Let him know that you cannot do that, and move on. So I didn't respond immediately. I responded several hours later, and I stood my ground, and I actually was feeling a little guilty as I was doing it, but then I'm like, slapping myself in the hand, what are you feeling guilty about? You didn't do anything wrong. You're telling the truth, and this is not your problem. It's his problem. So I responded and I said, sorry to hear about your issues. I've got my own. I hope everything works out for you. I appreciate the work that you've already done, but unfortunately it's not my policy to pay people before services are completed and rendered. Have a happy new year. Okay. So I didn't hear anything back because he was supposed to come out that day. Well, the next day, he sends a text message to say that he would be there at noon. And I responded and I said, I already got the work done, so thanks. And then he responded and said, so you're saying you don't need my help anymore? I said, that's exactly what I'm saying. So he still wanted to do the work so he could get that money. And I'm like, no, I already paid you for the work that you already did, and you tried to get over on me to see if I would pay you beforehand. And I'm not even saying he was necessarily trying to get over on me. Maybe he was telling the truth, but I didn't know him like that, and that's not my problem. And that was a test for me, because going into this new year, one of the things that I want to do is stand my ground more and not allow people to play on my emotions and my feelings for the sake of them getting what they need and what they want, because I have done that in my adult life a number of times. And sometimes, it worked out for everyone involved, but a lot of times it wound up hurting me. And it's not fair. So, definitely less of that. I should even not even say less of that. Zero tolerance of that in this year. And so, those are just a few things that I plan on doing more of this year, keeping some of the things that I implemented in my life during the 75 Hard Challenge in 2022, bringing some of those things into 2023 with me. And I admittedly will say for the past couple of weeks, I haven't been doing the workouts because with this move of the business location, it just really has been a lot. So I'm getting back into that this weekend, and and continuing on with it in the coming days and weeks and months to come. Looking really forward to that. And today I have my first, not first ever, but first float session. And I'll do a separate video about that. But float therapy is something that I've done before. I've actually done it twice in my lifetime. Many years ago, I want to say maybe it was 2016, maybe. I went to San Diego, California to see someone at the time who was a friend. Anyway, I went out there to visit her, and we went for a float therapy session, and I was scared out of my mind, but I did it, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was really relaxing. And then I did one here in 2016, I think maybe later that year, because there was a spa that opened up that actually had the float tanks. And now it's 2023. I haven't done it since then. So looking forward to doing that. So that's my one thing this week that I'm looking forward to getting into, that is going to make me feel better and that's going to serve me. I got back into physical therapy. So I had my first evaluation with this new place that I chose to go to yesterday. And then I'll be going for physical therapy twice a week and a massage once a week, so I can get the help and support that I need for my body after the injuries that I sustained after the accident that I had. And to look at me, you may not see or really understand that I have experienced injuries, but when I do the separate video to show you what happened to my car, not all the time you see physical injuries. Actually, it's a blessing when you don't. And I do believe that I was blessed by God for the accident to not be worse than it really should have been based on what happened in that accident. But I'll do a separate video about that. And getting back into creating my content regularly, and as well as doing the blog website that I talked about for my spiritual journey, planning my day, and just taking care of me, and that will help me to be able to take care of others. And so I'm looking forward to an amazing 2023. I hope you all are doing the same. I hope you're doing things that are serving you so that you can help to serve others. And I really appreciate you. I love and appreciate each and every one who has decided to be with me on this journey as the minister of beauty, as I share the Bible on my platform. So thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for liking this video. And guys, until the next time, I hope you have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.